Alright guys, Moonchild back, and today is going to be another kind of a vlog, I suppose. This is just going to be like an item update. Like I said in the last vlog, I've got some stuff coming. Most of it's turned up, and I've had some of it for a few days, some of it for a bit longer. So one of the things I had on the last vlog, or I said about in the last vlog, was this little beauty. And in fact, I've put this as a little twofer. We've got the Reuleaux RX 200 version and the Jabo Indestructable. These are both the obviously WizMac versions, the RX version, and yeah, you know what I mean. Really enjoying both of these. I tell you what, the Reuleaux is not as big as I actually thought it was. In videos and pictures, it looked a hell of a lot bigger, But yeah, when it came, I mean, it's quite bulky. I mean, it's running 318 650 battery, so it's quite hefty. You definitely know it's in your pocket. But yeah, I mean, I've got quite small girly hands anyway, but I mean, it's sort of, you know, you could sort of stealth it, I suppose. No, you can't stealth it. At the end of the day, you could probably smash someone in the back of the head with it. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. Not unless I deserve it. But yeah, so that's that. At the moment, I've got the, like I said, the Indestructable RDA from Jabo on top of it. That is running a 0.22 ohm coil and running that at 85 watts. I'll just show you what the pair of them can do together. It's beautiful. I'll tell you what. Again, obviously none of these are going to be. They're coming up for review. They're not getting reviewed yet. The Indestructible clouds like a motherfucker. Absolutely clouds. One thing I would say at the moment is a bitch to build. You're definitely not going to see it in there, but the way that the posts are, you've got like 2 grub screws in the middle for the dual post, and then 2 Phillips screws on the outside. But there's no holes to grab your wire, like they're all open. So like you just put it in and then you trap it on top of the screw, or this has got a flat screw, and then like that connects to your wire. There's no actual hole. It's sort of like a, yeah, you get it, that sort of shape. I'm not making any sense whatsoever anyway. I generally don't. But loving them together as a set at the moment. You can run this in dual and single mode. Obviously I'm running dual, but the airflow, obviously you got this side airflow and then you got this top airflow. As it comes in from there, like this screws. That's it. You can pop this whole section like that screws. So you got the airflow there. I mean, this pops out anyway like a normal top cap. Then you've got 4 holes there that lines up with your other airflow on there. There's crap in there from my pocket, so I've been lining up all 4, and then this drip tip section screws on top, and that's it. You're ready to go. So you got this massive top airflow, massive open side airflows. It's brilliant. Like I said, this is the RX 200 at 85 watts, and it's absolutely killing it. Let's take a slurp. Next up, make sure that we've got some juice on this. It finally turned up from Grey Haze, and I need to thank them for it because it took a while, but we got there eventually. And like I said in my last vlog, we have the Mutation XS, or XS even. Get it right way around and we'll be alright. yeah, I got it in white. This is pretty much like a, almost like a Freak Show Mini on steroids. So you've got this bottom airflow anyway, and that sort of like channels down, so you've got like a big, a medium and a small hole. So that you got that there, and then you've got the side airflow. And obviously you can close off the bottom airflow and just leave the sides open, or you can shut off with airflow control ring at the top. You can leave the just the bottom open and shut off the top. And I've got this on the Zero Mini, again at 0.24 ohms, running the full 60 watts on the Zero Mini. Show you what this can do. Absolutely amazing for cloud production. Flavour's good because you've got that bottom airflow. Obviously it's slightly muted at the moment because I've got the side open as well. So like you've got a lot more airflow going in to the RDA than you have coming out of the drip tip. But flavour's been a little bit muted with it open, but I have run it just the bottom airflow as well, and it does sort of intensify it a little bit more. But it's brilliant. I mean, that's at 60 watts. Look at it. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the last thing I got through, I'm still waiting for the noisy cricket, which I'm really annoyed about because I went out this morning and I missed the postman by about half an hour. And I got red carded. Nobody likes getting red carded. So I mean, the only film I'm actually waiting for, as far as I can tell, is the noisy cricket. So it could be that, it might not be, I don't know. My face has gone red, don't know why. But the last thing I've got is the Watofo Serpent. See if you can see the Serpent logo there. Again, that stupid window. Okay, there, you're not going to see it, are you? But I've been half and half with this Serpent, to be totally honest with you. I've used, it comes with their competition wire, which is just twisted camphor. It looks sort of like 28 gauge twisted, but I haven't gone in to see what it is. But yeah, it looks like 28 gauge twisted. You get two of them. So I've put one of them in there. It's not. I thought it was going to be harder to coil than it actually was. All you got to do is because the holes are, the post holes are like that, opposite each other. So you have to put one in, and then you coil over the air hole, and then you have to get your other wire and sort of like feed it back through the other side. As long as if you use like the RDA trick of like measuring up your lead, snipping it, and then putting it in, it kind of works like that. So if you put one coil in, find out where you want the actual coil to sit over the hole, snip your other wire close, and then you can fold it in. It works quite well. The thing I've had problems with is the wicking. I've wicked it 2 or 3 different ways at the moment. I've had like wicks out, if you can see into the window, like my wicks pouring pretty much on the line of the juice flow ring. I've put them in, I've fluffed it. That's still pretty much it at the moment. I've only had it a couple of days, so. But yeah, the coiling was fine. It's the wicking. I can't chain vape it without getting a dry hit, but then it's a tank, so it does. I don't know, it's to and fro. I mean, I've kind of built it like I did the Delta 2 with its RBA head. It kind of reminds me of that, but I don't know. It's the wicking I'm having problems with, but I'm going to try and get that down. Pardon me, but at the moment I'm running, that's a 0.6 ohm coil. I've got that down to 25 watts. And I've got the airflow slightly over half, and the juice flow control is all the way open. So I'll show you what that can do at the moment. I mean, the vapour production it's a good vapour production, and it's got quite a good flavour on it as well. It probably isn't the best juice. It's a strawberry milkshake juice at the moment, so it's probably not the best juice for it for flavour comparisons, but Well, as you can tell, 25 watts. Like, it's got a brilliant vapor production. If I open the air hose, there's no such thing as an air hose. I'll open the airflow all the way, which makes it a little bit more. Yeah, obviously it opens the airflow, it makes it a little bit swooshier, but I find it kind of mutes some of the flavour that I've got, so I always close it off a little bit. But yeah, that's my problem one at the moment. The RDAs I'm fine with. Like I said, the Indestructable was a bitch to coil, but it took me a while. But I coiled it once, and that's the first set of coils that have been in it so far. They've been in there for about 4 or 5 days, so I'm going to recoil it again a couple of times before I do the review. The Mutation I've only had for, how long have I had it? Maybe, again, 5 or 6 days, just under a week. So all the reviews for them are going to come. Again, maybe this time next week I'll do a review for one of them. The Reuleaux, when I got it out of the box, I used it for about an hour or so. And then I did the latest firmware update, which was the version 3, I think it was. I'll double check. RX200. Where? Yeah, like I said, it literally came out of the box and I upgraded it from there. Is there a new one? I've gone over to the Wismec website, and this is December the 24th, 2015. So we'll look for another one. There you go. So we've got the Reuleaux RX200 upgrade firmware version 3.00 version, and it launches. So on that version that I've just upgraded, or not upgraded to on the day that I got it, pretty much, because I used it for about an hour or so, and then I upgraded it. Based on previous TC SS mode, Wismec develops the new TC stainless steel 316 mode in the upgrade firmware version 3. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, and it's also got the what's it called? I can't remember the TCR temperature coefficient of resistance. Use can set the parameters according to the TCR of the coil in this mode. I haven't mucked about with that, but I can show you what came up. So after the upgrade, it pretty much reminded me very close, not even very closely. I looked at it and went, oh right, I know what that is. Which I'm assuming is the same sort of board that's in it. And if that looks anything slightly similar to the iStick 50 watts sort of readout, it does to me anyway. So that's that, and then so to change it, you'd go 1, 2, 3 on the main button, and then we'll go wattage, and then use your up and down button. So you go wattage if I'm pushing the up button, temperature nickel, temperature titanium, temperature SS, and then you go into these temperature modes here. So you'd go temperature M1, temperature M2, temperature M3, and then you're back to the wattage mode. So I'll just show you. So wattage, nickel, titanium, SS, so stainless steel, and then your temperature modes there. Again, I haven't much about them. I've literally had a camp full building this since I've had it, so I need a couple of weeks before I actually feel comfortable even thinking about reviewing anything like that. I mean, it took me 3 or 4 weeks before I reviewed the SX Mini, and that's the most basic sort of temperature control device that I've used. I mean, it's the first one that I'd purchased, but I'd used temperature control on other people's mods before. So that's that, really. I don't think there's much else to tell you really. That's like I said, that's what I've got coming up for review. I haven't really been doing much else this week. There's been nothing really to write home about. Again, it's just been work and getting them in and mucking about with them. The previews this week is just, obviously it's Tuesday now, all of last week. I don't know if anyone saw it. Todd was on holiday, so he did his week of shed fever. I watched all of them, they were pretty good. His temperature control rant was pretty good to watch. There's not really been much else. Obviously the same as usual, Grim Green's vlog was on Thursday. I did, before I started recording this, I was watching a bit of Plume, so I'm going to go back to that. Vaping Vic's vlog, started watching that, haven't finished it yet. Anything else? I don't think there is much else. Well, I'm going to call it there then, guys. So yeah, what am I going to go for? We'll go for the Jabo setup. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today, guys. Hope to see you again soon. Please like this video if you did like it. Please subscribe to the channel for further updates and more reviews coming soon. And remember, guys, vaping is the way forward. I'll see you again soon. See you later, guys.